The relentless motion of modern civilization, the lights, logistics, and high-speed transit, relies entirely on a dark, thick liquid pulled from deep underground. This process began millions of years ago in prehistoric oceans. Microscopic algae and plankton spent their lives absorbing solar energy through photosynthesis, and when they died, they drifted to the sea floor, taking that trapped energy with them as they were buried by falling sediment. Stacked under miles of heavy rock, this organic matter was subjected to immense geothermal heat and crushing physical pressure. Over millions of years, these forces cooked the dead organisms, chemically rearranging them into complex chains of hydrogen and carbon atoms. These hydrocarbon chains are effectively liquid time capsules. Every combustion engine firing today is running on the harvested, concentrated sunlight of an ancient world. To access those reservoirs, engineers must drill through the Earth's crust and pierce porous bedrock. The pressure underground is so extreme that once the rock is breached, the crude oil can erupt forcefully towards the surface. This unrefined sludge is then pushed into a vast logistical network, flowing through thousands of miles of heavy steel pipelines that cut across entire continents. It is loaded into the hulls of colossal supertankers, ships that serve as the intercontinental arteries for the global energy supply chain. In this raw state, crude oil contains hundreds of different hydrocarbons mixed together in a chaotic sludge. It remains entirely useless to a modern engine until it reaches the industrial alchemist's laboratory, the refinery. At the refinery, raw crude is blasted with high-pressure steam and heated to 600 degrees Celsius, vaporizing the thick liquid into a glowing gas. This diagram shows the gas entering the bottom of a fractionating column. This tower maintains a strict thermal gradient. It is incredibly hot at the bottom and gradually becomes cooler as you move toward the top. As the vaporized oil rises through the column, it passes through a series of perforated collection trays and slowly begins to lose its heat. Because different-sized molecules have different boiling points, they condense back into liquids at specific heights. The heavy, long-chain molecules pool at the hot bottom, while the short, light chains rise to the cooler top before turning back into liquid. By exploiting these boiling points, engineers surgically untangle the chaotic crude into precise, highly specialized fuels. The cooler, top section of the tower is the birthplace of petrol, or gasoline. It is a thin, running liquid formed by short hydrocarbon chains containing just 5 to 12 carbon atoms. Natural distillation only yields about 11 to 12 gallons of gasoline from a 42-gallon barrel of crude. To meet global demand, refineries must chemically crack the heavier molecules pulled from lower in the tower, physically breaking them apart to increase the total gasoline yield. The quality of this fuel is measured by its octane rating. Octane isn't a physical ingredient added to the mix. It's a critical measurement of how much pressure the fuel can withstand before it ignites. Low-octane fuel can detonate prematurely under the pressure of an engine's piston. High-octane fuel is engineered for chemical stability, surviving extreme compression until the spark plug fires. Gasoline is refined to be a highly disciplined liquid, designed specifically for the rapid-fire, spark-ignited environment of consumer vehicles. Moving down to the hotter middle section of the tower, we find longer 12 to 18-link carbon chains. These condense into a thicker, more energy-dense liquid, diesel. Rudolf Diesel patented his engine for this fuel in 1892. His early experiments using vegetable oils as fuel actually contributed to the development of modern biodiesel. A diesel engine lacks spark plugs. Instead, it uses extreme mechanical compression to heat the air in the cylinder until the injected fuel spontaneously explodes. This high-compression ignition generates the massive, high-torque power required to pull the heavy trains and industrial machinery that keep the global economy moving. Diesel's heavy molecular weight and brutal ignition method make it the undisputed backbone of global heavy transport. Every combustion event in these engines releases millions of years of stored carbon directly back into our atmosphere. For decades, sulfur in diesel also produced air pollution that was directly harmful to human health. This led to the 2006 ultra-low sulfur diesel regulations, which stripped the sulfur content down to just 15 parts per million. Even with those standards, our reliance on these ancient hydrocarbons continues to blanket urban centers in a thick layer of smog. This toll has accelerated the transition away from fractional distillation as we pivot toward biomass to renewable biofuels and electrified power grids.
Mastering the chemistry of prehistoric oceans allowed us to build the modern world. Now, the challenge is to engineer our way beyond the fractionating tower, replacing the energy of the past with the carbon-neutral potential of the future.